Welcome. Let me get in this chair. Hold on, y'all. Welcome to Saturday Night Dance. Hello. Welcome to Saturday Night Dance. Stephanie, can you watch your mouth, please? Welcome to Saturday Night Dance. Mike, where you at? Where's Mike? You think he'll be on time?
I'm acting like a fool.
He's sitting there praying. Oh, my leg in the way. There we go.
You can say what you wanna say, what you can't say.
So, we want to say thank you to DJ YouTube because we do not own the rights to this music. But we're going to be popping, y'all. We're going to be popping. Hey, Aja. Hey, Chandra. Hey, Boogie.
If you didn't
Welcome to Saturday Night. So we need to go here and invite some people. We're here for 20 nights. We're all warming up. We're going to try to sing for us. We're going to invite some folks. Hit that up. So while we inviting people, make sure you share. We take the blue invite those. Just invite them out. Keep inviting. Welcome to Saturday Night Dance. Tonight is going to be y'all ready? Why do we sell over in relationship? You don't have to sell. You looking for approval. You looking for validation. Come on, y'all. Make sure that your heart is open and you ready to receive something. And make sure that your mind is open. So we're going to have to flip your perspective tonight. You're going to be entertained. You're going to be educated. And you're going to be and you will invite somebody else. Please forget I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. He belongs to me. The boy is mine. Go ahead, make sure we get your phone. I can't help but welcome to Saturday Night Dance. We're going to get started at 7:30. stand by while he lies, then turn right around and forget. I can't take to see your face, but those tears run down your cheeks. But what can I do? I gotta stay true, cause deep down I'm still a G, and I don't wanna come between you and your man. Even though I know I treat you better than he can. Girl, I can't help but wait till you get back with him. It don't change, help but wait till you see that with me it ain't the same. Help but wait, see you for what you really are. Baby girl, you are a star. I can't help but wait, getting fresh. So just let him call the shots. You should be getting all that someone's got. You should be rocking the latest purses, bracelets, and watches. You worth much more than an occasion. I love you, I'm thinking of you, and I don't want to come between you and your man.
We want to say thank you guys for tuning in. We want to say thank you to our DJ tonight. We got DJ YouTube in the building. We appreciate you, DJ YouTube. You supply our music. We got our production assistants. We want to say thank you to Nasia, Anaya, Donovan, Kaya, and Jessica. Thank y'all for being our production team tonight. We appreciate it. A part of the true crew joined us tonight. Like I said, we have Dave, Fab, and Willow Pad. Willow. They here tonight. The rest of the crew couldn't be here. But we got a little. Y'all want to come say hey to the people real quick? Just come in and come say hey. True crew. You right here, woman. Right here. Say hey, Willow. I got my true crew. We got Baby. Say hey, Baby. And then we got Fab. Y'all see Fab always in the building. Welcome to Saturday Night Dead. We are starting now, 7:35. We're going to go ahead and get this party started. But we can get DJ YouTube to come to music down for us and we can play real life. We got DJ YouTube. We got the production team. We got DJ YouTube. So yeah. It's on the other, yeah. So bring it on this side. Let me get that. My notes up there too. We got a good production crew. We want to say thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And they volunteer. Right now they volunteer.
Look at God.
That is amazing. So, we'll talk about Saturday Night Dead. First of all, we want to tell y'all why it's called Saturday Night Dead. So let me tell you what happened. So in life, you have to learn how to deny yourself and live for Christ. And that happened to me on a Saturday night. So I died to myself. So that's why we call it Saturday Night Dead. I denied myself on a Saturday night and made a decision to live for Christ. The other reason we call it Saturday Night Dead is because you know that show Saturday Night Live?
It was already taken.
Saturday Night Live was taken, but it was taken by the old people, right?
Yep.
So the young people, that's what we watch. You know why we watch this? We watch this because we busy all week. We work, we take care of them kids, we cook, we clean, we watch. Whatever you do all week long. And you be telling your homegirls, yeah, girl, we're going to go out on Saturday night. But you be dead. Because you be tired. Because you are productive and effective all week long. So young people, old people watch Saturday Night Live. Young people, professionals, women, fathers, true women, mothers and fathers, we watch Saturday Night Dead.
I feel it.
We watch Saturday Night Dead. Because we be tired on Saturday night. We be wanting to, mentally we want to go out. But we be in there dead. So we die to ourselves on Saturday night, live for God. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
So we want to say, welcome to Saturday Night Dead. And you know why you watching us right now? Because you be dead on a Saturday night. Come on, somebody, somewhere. That's right. So tonight is a spillover from the podcast party. If you, Mike, I can get on in that frame. Tell cameraman one, move on out, so we can. There we go.
Appreciate you.
Get that. All right. So, yes, we are at our studio in Hampton. Y'all see the studio getting better and better every week. Stop playing. Y'all don't sleep on Saturday Night Dead. What I was about to say? Oh, it's a spillover. Tonight is a spillover from the podcast party. And for you guys who join us Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. for the podcast party, y'all already know how I go down. That's a different type of audience right there. But it was so good yesterday that I was like, yo, I have to talk about this on Saturday Night Dead. So I had to shift some things around, change some guests around, and reach out and try to get a VIP, RSVP from the visionary,
come on, man.
Michael Rayshawn Gilbert. He is the visionary of Messin with Mike. If you have not checked out the lifestyle show, go to his Facebook page. He is the visionary of Messin with Mike. So I know his perspective and I know how he thinks, because we kind of think alike on some stuff. But this is my brother. It's my homie. This is my brother. When I need some advice from a man's perspective, I can reach out to Mike. He gonna be real, but he gonna be right. So I was like, let me get with Mike. So we talked about it. Well, I talked about it yesterday on the podcast party.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get a male's perspective at the podcast party. So we decided, you know, on Saturday Night Dead, it's about to be on and popping. So, let's get it. You ready?
Let's get into it. I'm ready. Thanks for the invite, though. Thanks for the invite.
He got the professional invite from the peoples, and he was like, it's really inviting me to Saturday Night Dead.
Your people reached out to my people, and we made it happen.
Listen, make it do what it do. So, we up here tonight. And the topic for tonight is, you know how they used to say back in the day, who gonna check me, boo? And they had the shirts, they had the hat, the cup, the pencil. Who gonna check me, boo? Nobody. You gonna check yourself. Tonight you gonna check yourself.
Check
boo.
yourself.
Check yourself. Check yourself. I always tell people, check your heart, check your mind, make sure you ready, make sure you right, and make sure you ready.
Yep.
But tonight you gonna evaluate you, and you gonna check yourself. So the topic of discussion is, you know, when you see somebody you like and they have the characteristics that you looking for and all that, you think you're like, oh my God, he got a few flaws, but I can change that. You know, a woman quick, I can change that. If you want me to hang out with you, you got to go to church with me. So y'all will hang out on Saturday, get busy on Saturday night, get up and go to church on Sunday morning. Do what you got to do. But you can't change him.
No.
Just because he went to church with you don't mean he can dress up. He can dress up. You gonna meet that representative in the beginning.
That's exactly what you
But you can't change him. So how you feel when you hear stuff like that, like, oh, I'm gonna change him, from a male's perspective?
From a male's perspective, hearing a woman say that?
Yeah, I'm gonna change him.
I just laugh. You can't. It's impossible. Like, you can work on some things. You may even work with some things.
Okay.
There's some things you can overlook as a female. You know, he don't do this exactly the way I want my man to do it, or my dad did it. I can work with it, but change him to fit that mold is impossible. You can't change.
You can't change
me if I'm not looking to better myself in that area or want to change. If I don't want to change, you can try. You can put stipulations, but you can't get this until that. I'll fake it till I make it.
Representative.
But then I'm going back.
So we can't change nobody.
No.
We can't change. So that's the first mistake. You going in thinking you're gonna change somebody. Baby girl, young man, grown man, whoever. We can't change nobody. So that's the first mistake. So before you try to even get in a relationship, I suggest that you evaluate yourself. Like, check yourself and make sure that you're ready. Like, is there some toxic stuff still hanging on? Is there some past hurt that you have not gotten over? And you're like, oh, I'm ready to be in a relationship. So first mistake is trying to change somebody. Second mistake is you're trying to get in a relationship when you ain't even ready for you.
That's a major problem.
So then you take all that baggage that we supposed to left behind in 2020 when you call yourself taking flight. You still bring that baggage on flight 2021. So you got to deal with that. Ladies, we got to deal with that. And it seems like a conversation for women, but I know men go through it too. But most of the time it's the woman. I hear women like, oh, I can change him. Oh, I can do it. And then you hear your friends' conversation, and you know they ain't together. Based on their conversation, they is not together. They ain't together. They ain't even got the virtual school situation together. They ain't together. Facts. But they want to be in a relationship. And, you can't tell people what to do. But I just listen, and I'm like, wow. It amazes me to know how much discord you got going on personally, and then you want to bring in another person in this relationship. Now his discord, your discord, y'all gonna be just discorded. Exactly.
And that's a terrible way to enter a relationship. It'll never work. It's built on shaky ground from the jump.
Foundation.
I'm not ready, you not ready, so we bring our not ready
together
and think we're gonna get ready.
We just have a bigger not ready. Come on, y'all. So I got a question for the people. Do you love you? Do you love you? How do you know you love you? Do you love you?
That's a good question. For couples, that is a great question.
So even for singles, like, do you love yourself? You want to love somebody else. You ain't loving, you unequally loving your kids. But you want to love this man or this woman. You can't give love because you don't have love and you don't know what love is. So how you gonna give love?
Yeah, you can't give nothing.
You can't give love
that you don't have.
So let's talk about giving.
Mm-hmm.
In a relationship, a man is supposed to offer strength.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of relationships, men go into the relationship trying to get strength from a woman.
Mm-hmm.
While you're in this relationship, you ain't even strong enough to hold you up. You go in this relationship wanting this woman to be your strength,
Mm-hmm.
but you are the man. You're supposed to offer strength.
I'm gonna bring a different perspective to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think women are strong. So we're looking for you to be strong. Nowhere in the Bible or anywhere does it says that men are strong. It says we're protectors. It never said we're strong.
No, hold on, wait a minute.
Strength is woman.
So-
Birth, the hardest thing on earth. Y'all do it.
Oh no,
Y'all do the strong part.
So listen, I agree to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, women are strong,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not your strength. Your strength comes from God.
Mm-hmm.
We are not your strength.
And your
We can be
strength comes
strong.
from God.
My strength comes, but you come.
But
to,
your direction comes from me, not your strength.
No, my strength don't come from you. My strength comes from God, and your
Exactly.
strength to come from God.
So my
However,
direction comes from me. Your direction will come from me, but our strength comes from Him. So it's not my job to be your strength, or neither is
No.
it your job to be my strength.
Exactly. So I was speaking from a man's perspective. Like men come into the relationship instead of offering strength, they're looking for strength.
Yeah.
And with women too, you go into the relationship looking for a man to be your strength, but God is your strength.
Mm-hmm.
God is our strength.
Yeah.
So as a man though, you supposed to come in and offer your strength. As a woman, you come in and offer your strength, but you can't expect me to be your strength.
Yeah.
I can be strong, but I can't be your strength.
Yeah, you can't be my strength.
So, women, I mean, are you even strong enough to handle a relationship, or are you going in that relationship looking for that man to be your strength? Your strength comes from God. My strength comes from God.
Mm-hmm.
We both offer strength in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But if one is taken and one ain't got it, you jack up.
Yeah, because then that person who you're looking for the strength from is going to get weak. It's going to get weird.
Because
and
they can't hold you up and they say.
And now we're all falling because now we're both weak. And
So,
you've held me up this long, and now you're looking for strength, but I can't give it to you
because
because I
I'm
don't
weak
have
now.
it.
I ain't got it.
So now we both weak.
And then, now we both weak, right? I don't have no more strength. The strength I had, you came in, I gave you that. You want, as a woman, if a man comes to you and he's not offering strength, he's trying to get your strength, you need to go ahead and back back. Back back. You can't be his strength, baby girl. You got these kids, you got this job, you got this business, you got all this stuff, and he's trying to get your strength.
Mm-hmm.
He need to come in with his own strength, and his strength comes from God.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So stop trying to be strong and be the strength for everything and everybody. That's not your role. Know your role. Stay in position. Know your place. And then you want to ignore the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, you don't know your place. You don't know who you are because you don't spend time with the person who created you.
Oof.
So my question now is, what do you spend time with? Or how much time do you spend with God versus Facebook versus Instagram
Mm-hmm.
versus three-way phone conversations versus reality TV?
Mm-hmm.
So where you spending your time at? Because if you spend your time in the right places, you will know where your strength comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You will know what God said about you.
Mm-hmm.
You won't put up with everything and everybody. You will know who you are.
Yep.
So I think we answered, do you love yourself? They say self-love is the best love.
It's the best love.
It is the best love, but better, there's a better love.
Ah, speak on it.
That's a better love. God loved me better than I love me.
Mm.
So yeah, self-love is the best love. So only imagine when you got a relationship with God.
Mm. The best love.
The
lover of my soul.
There's no comparison. Come on, somebody, somewhere. All right, let's get it. All right, so let's talk about this. We talked about this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
True femininity arouses true masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
We apologize. Our production team has to get security. We got security. Somebody somewhere. True femininity arouses true masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
True femininity.
Mm-hmm.
So true femininity, let's talk about that. True femininity is the quality, behavior, role, attributes regarded as characteristics of a woman. So the characteristics of a woman:
Mm-hmm.
tender, kind, warm, affectionate, understanding, helpful. Those are the characteristics, qualities, behaviors, and roles of true femininity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, true femininity. Now, mind you, those things. Kindness arouses true masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
being sweet and affectionate arouses true masculinity. So true masculinity, what is true masculinity? Same thing. The qualities, behaviors, roles, attributes regarded as a characteristic of a man. Strength, courage, independence, leadership, and assertiveness. So you mean to tell me if I be kind, I arouse the courage and the independence and the leadership in a man? If I be affectionate, it arouses the true masculinity of a man.
And I think that doesn't start in a relationship.
It does not. We're going to talk about that.
That starts at home.
We're going to talk about where it started.
I'm jumping the gun?
But you jumping the gun.
I don't even know her notes, so that's how we think.
So we're working from where we are now, and we're going to work backwards to, the young adult, the adolescent, the kid. We're going to talk about that. But as a man, what arouses a man?
True femininity.
True femininity arouses a man.
All
so
of
let me
those
ask you a question.
characteristics.
Ratchet. That's cute and that's fun, but does that arouse you?
It's cute in the moment.
Talk to the people.
That is cute in a moment. Like it's
ratchet.
Cute.
We talking about ratchet. Ratchet is cute in the
It's
moment,
cute
like
in the
temporary cuteness.
Yeah, it's cute concert length.
Concert length. So
After the show,
ratchet ain't wife.
No, after the show, I can't take you home. After the show in Waffle House, it's like, all right, man, the ratchet got to turn off. I like you for a moment if you're ratchet.
If you're ratchet.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question. So ladies, it's okay if you're a wife and you've been alone. It's okay to be ratchet with him. It's okay. You gotta have that ratchet
for the moment,
classy, all that stuff. But ratchet for the moment. You can't go to work Monday and be ratchet.
Nah.
That's at home on Saturday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's with him behind closed doors. When y'all out in the streets half naked, that ain't cute. But you won't get naked before the Lord. You won't be vulnerable before the Lord. But you're gonna take your clothes off for that boy you just bought your Long Island iced tea. And you're going to be ratchet. And you're going to be vulnerable. What? Come on, in his bottom shelf.
He's heavy on the rocks. Like,
you want to be half naked out here in these streets being ratchet for somebody temporarily, but you won't get naked before the Lord. And he can bless you better than that man can. That man bought you one watered down bottom shelf Long Island iced tea. You done went and got naked.
But won't get naked for the Lord.
I said get naked before the Lord. That's vulnerability.
But who already know? You're not being vulnerable to somebody who already know what's going on.
Already know you.
Like I seen what happened. Ain't a door that you can shut, ain't a curtain you can close that he can't see through.
So if you're gonna get naked, go back and listen to that podcast, Let's Get Naked. But if you're gonna get naked before God, because that's what he gonna provide. He gonna protect. He gonna be your source and your resource. He gonna be there when you think you're lonely. Come on, somebody.
He's definitely gonna be your strength.
He gonna be your strength. And he gonna give you strength. I need me a Jesus, man. Oh, thank you, naked, man. All right. So true femininity arouses true masculinity. So ladies, ask yourself, am I sweet? Am I kind? Am I affectionate? Am I tender? Am I understanding? Am I helpful?
And you can look at that going backwards. If your man is not assertive and he refuses to make decisions for the family, why is that? Is it because I'm not going to be affectionate to his decision? I'm not going to be sweet. I'm not going to be warm or understanding. So if I can be assertive, but if I make a decision and it fails in the long run, is it going to be like, oh, I understand, but at least you tried, babe. You took the big leap. Or is it going to be, bro, you always put us in blah, 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 or you can't do blah, 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 or you suck at leading and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, stop talking about that. He going too far. He going too far. Wait a minute. All right. So think about it. So now we're gonna take it back. So again, the topic tonight, if you're just jumping on, is check yourself, boo. And it's a spillover from the podcast on Friday, and we talked about true femininity and how that arouses the true masculinity in a man. Okay. So now we want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. When you're a young child, young boy, your baby, your youngest boy, how old?
5.
We was at church and I seen him jump from the stage to the floor. Jump from the stairs to the next level of floors. He'll fall, bump his head. He ran into my wall head first. Kept going. Why? Tell me, little boys. He got 3 boys. So tell me, at the age that they are now, what are some things that excite them? The toys they like, the pajamas. What are they?
That one, Spider-Man is his. Spider-Man and Mario, his everything. Spider-Man pajamas, slippers, toothbrush.
They got pajamas with a cape on the back. Anybody got a pajama hat?
Yeah.
And they want to wear it outside.
Yeah.
And at some point, you're like, I'm tired of fussing with you. Word to the 7-Eleven.
Never.
Mike, what about the LA lights?
Who?
You know how the kids be like, I want those LA lights. They light up. And your daddy like,
Nah.
you can wear them like bedroom shoes in the house. So, no. So, I can't even get my thoughts. Okay, so they beating up stuff, they fighting all the time, wrestling. Mm-hmm. That's what boys do. Uh-huh. So they show bravery.
Yep.
They show courage. They're courageous. Mm-hmm. They're fighters. They're like heroes. They got these pajamas. Mm-hmm. Their games are about fighting and testing and courage and independence and stuff like that.
Yep, all the time.
That's what they are, little boys. So I got a question. If that's what they know and that's what they are as little boys, mm-hmm. and they see their father is violent and hitting or doing stuff to their mother as they grow, at some point that child will say something or try to do something to protect his mom. Mm-hmm. All right. So then when the daddy say, oh, you a mama's boy, and your daddy say that all the time, you a mama's boy. Mm-hmm. You a mama's boy. Now, as you become an adolescent, you question yourself and you're uncertain about who you are because your daddy kept telling you that you was a mama's boy. So now the questions that you had when you were 13, 14, 15, maybe 16, 17 are, am I good enough? Mm-hmm. Am I the ish? Am I all that? Uh-huh. Who am I? And your violent father never gave you the right answer, so it devastated you. But now you're thinking, I'm a mama's boy. Mm-hmm. So now you're a teenager. Your next person to validate you is that woman, beautiful woman that comes along. Mm-hmm. Now you all into independence, sexuality, you all into this. But you still question yourself. Mm-hmm. And you go to this woman thinking she's going to be able to answer those questions that your daddy did not answer. Mm-hmm. And she can't answer them. Mm-hmm. And Keisha can't answer them. And Becky can't answer them. Jody can't answer them. So now you jumping, looking for validation in a woman or women mm-hmm. that do not have it and cannot have it and won't have it, because the only one that has it is the one that you won't get naked for. Mm. Talk about it.
All right. I have a question on that. Mm-hmm. What is the mother saying in all of this? Because to me, just me mm-hmm. and my kids, what I do in front of them, they look at, but their goal in life is to beat the next person. Yep, so the baby is beat the second one. Mm-hmm. The second one is beat my older brother. Okay. The older brother is, I got to be better than my dad. Mm-hmm. Whether it's basketball, football, video games, whatever. Their job is to be better. The only thing that can break the inside of a male child is a woman. Not true. I believe it. Not true. A woman can break a man's spirit worse than a male can. Because the male, my job is to be better than you. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing that you can say that's going to push me to be broken. It's just going to push me to push harder. Some people, and that's very few, because that's why a lot of men, they're looking for approval and validation mm-hmm. because they didn't get it from home. So you may have been raised by your mom, and your mom didn't answer those questions, or she didn't know how to answer those questions. Mm-hmm. So you still got the same answer. You got like, oh boy, you weak. Oh boy, you a punk. Oh, why you this or why you that? Because those questions that you have as an adolescent did not get answered at all, or the answer that you got was devastating. So now you're an overachiever, or you're a perfectionist, or you're running and chasing, looking for those answers that never got answered by anybody. You may not have had your mom today, you may have a guardian, but whoever raised you, you were looking for those. Your questions were, am I good enough? My questions are, am I the ish? Do I got it together? But the person that you were looking to tell you that always told you that you weren't. You weren't. So now you're looking for those answers still, but the people don't have those answers. Mm-hmm. We don't have those answers. And then as a woman, we can't understand a man until we understand his wounds, until we understand those questions that he have, and until we can understand the reason or why Adam failed. True. I understand that. Even from a woman's perspective. I mean, if it comes from a woman, like, why are they promiscuous, or why they jump from bed to bed, or why they chasing men and stuff? And that's from a dad. So I think it's just the roles. But what if she was raised by a single mom? And she had a father figure, but they never told her. Okay, how can I put it? You're basically, you look for validation the opposite. So, as a boy, your mom validates you. I teach you. They say women can't raise a man. I can't teach you how to be a man, but I can validate you to show you that you're doing good as a man. Okay. That's like a woman, you get validation from your father. Your mother can teach you how to be a woman, but you get reassured that you're doing great as a young woman by the opposite sex, by the dad.
So I don't agree.
You,
I think
look for the validation in the opposite.
I think any one of those can validate, because if you're raised by a single mom and your mom always telling you, "Well, take that hair off. You look like this," or you're feeding that to your child, your daughter or your son. Sit down. You weak. You can't do this. As an adolescent, we have questions.
But who word
and
do you think reigns more supreme? If I tell my son he's weak and you're soft, and his mom tell him he's strong, he's gonna ride with his mom.
He's gonna ride with the dad. He's gonna ride
because he's gonna
with the
grow
dad.
up and want a reflection of his mom. So long as he's doing good in her eyes.
No.
Unless he's gonna grow up and want a dad and want a male, which he's not. Like, if he's gonna grow up and want a woman, he's gonna
be affirmed, destroyed by the presence of the father. I agree. The father validates that child. I believe whether it's a female or a male, the father validates that child. And if the father don't answer those questions as an adolescent, that child is going to grow up searching for those answers in another man or in another woman, or they're going to try to be a perfectionist or overachiever. The 3 different types of dad that I read about was the violent dad, where the violent dad is like, "Oh, you're a mama's boy." Then we have the jock dad, that was a football player that was but their son wanted to be a pianist or a science kid or whatever. So now, "Oh, you weak, you a faggot, or you gay, or you because you don't want to play football, or you don't want to play basketball." So you have a dad telling you all the time, "Won't you play football? Won't you play football?" And he like, "That ain't what I like." So now you telling him he weak and he not this. So now he's gonna grow up trying to be an overachiever or a perfectionist, and he's gonna chase after that, looking to get those questions answered. Then you have the passive dad, who's too busy working or too busy doing whatever he's doing, and he don't answer the questions at all. So that child is still looking for the answer, because that answer validates them. Now that you're an adult and we dating these men or we dating these women, and those questions have not been answered, they are out here searching for the answer. And ladies, you don't have the answer. You don't have the answer. And you wonder why men jump from you to your friend to the next person to the next person. He is looking for the answer. And the answer only comes from God. True. That's in a women. We out here half-dressed, being promiscuous, dating man after man, whatever you do, because you looking to get those questions answered. And your daddy ain't never answered. So, where we at? Girls. Okay. So in all this, the question is, do I have what it takes? Am I the real deal? Am I the ish? And am I a man or a woman? Am I a woman? Am I a man? Do you exhibit true femininity or true masculinity?
And all those answers come from up there. You're definitely good enough.
God, you are good enough.
You're never not good enough. You wouldn't have been made if you weren't
good enough.
We're fearfully and wonderfully made, like all that. We're already more than
this is my part right here. We know that because we spend time with God. We're in a ministry that gives us a true word of God. We know that. But imagine the people that don't know that. They're hurt, they're broken, they're abandoned, because they don't know that God said you are beautifully and wonderfully made. You don't know that He loves you more than you can love yourself. You don't know because you don't spend time with Him.
You gotta spend time.
And you're not surrounded. At least if you don't spend time with Him because you don't really know yet, you gotta be around positive people that kind of feed that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be around ratchet people that's negative or whoever, like the bad people all the time. Like, who are you? Who's in your circle that can help you? That can help impact your life, can help you be better.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody in your circle that can help you.
Even if you're a non-believer, you know good when you see good. You know positive when you see positive. Like, so, with these questions being unanswered, and now that you know God is the only one with the answer, if you don't get those questions answered, you will always be in fear. Doubt fills the unanswered questions. You'll feel abandoned. You'll feel lonely. You'll always feel like, I need somebody. I need a man. I need a woman. And this is what's causing you to work all the time, so you won't think about it or try to be a perfectionist or just try to be an overachiever because you're running from the wounds. You're running from the wounds. You won't get your questions answered. So if you have questions about who you are, or am I good enough, am I a man, am I a woman, or you're uncertain about what, because of what took place, ask God.
Definitely.
Ask God, who am I? Ask God, what is my purpose? God, I need clarity. He has the answer.
He definitely has the answer. And we definitely need the answers. Like, you need that first and foremost for yourself before you can jump into building anything with anybody. You got to know that. You got to know that for yourself, because you trying to search for that.
Listen.
And search for what she need, and search for what somebody else need, that and work and provide. Bro, it's way too much. It's too much.
So we have some good guys out here too. So it ain't all about, we're not bashing the guys, but I see it happen for women a lot. Maybe that's because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And men don't really talk about stuff like this, but men, you are out here, you doing what you're supposed to do, and you got this woman that's coming along, and her dad didn't do what he was supposed to do, or whoever raised her didn't do what he's supposed to do. So she's playing you, cheating, jumping, playing mind games with you. She don't know who she is. She don't know who she is. Because, again, if you have true masculinity and she don't have true femininity, it ain't gonna rouse you no way.
Nope. Not forever.
It ain't gonna rouse 10 minutes with your hotel night, with your whatever. Y'all, we gotta do better. I say it all the time, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. So my next thing is being in position. Being in position. So ladies, your job is not to find a man. Your job is not to search for a man. Right? The word said, he that findeth a wife. What is it?
Find for a good thing.
And do what? And what? And attaineth favor. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and attaineth favor.
Yep.
Why you out here searching for the man? Why you out here looking?
Looking to get you out of position so he can't find you. So he can't find you because you out of position.
And you know why? You know why he running? Because he looking for the answer. So he running from bed to bed, and you chasing down behind him as he running from bed to bed. All y'all out of position.
Everybody out of position.
Out of position. So how he gonna find you if you out of position?
Exactly.
So Mike, from your point of view as a man, basics, just ground bottom basics. What does a single woman's position just look like? What are they doing? What are they focused on? What are they doing?
What are they doing? They're just focusing on them. If you're single at our age, let's say at our age, you're single at our age, you have to be doing something. School has to be an objective. That's always a good thing. Work, have your own. If you're our age and it's like
basics,
and it's man, I live at home with mom and I'm still clubbing. I got gear. It's like, bro, look, I can't work with gear, man. But if you have your own and you're stable on your own, that is a great place to start. You have your head on straight. I can afford what I have. I can afford my car. I can afford my house. I can afford electric and do all this stuff. That's great. So that means you come into a relationship not being a burden. That looks good. You're
a burden. That,
you don't want to be a
beautiful burden.
You don't want to be a good-looking burden. That ain't gonna be it for you.
Who want to be a beautiful burden? Like you cute, and this is what it look like. You at the club, you cute. Your hair done, your nails done, everything. You got this is what we said. You got your eyelashes on that reach up to your eyebrows because they like the blinds. Then you got your eyebrows drawn up to your edges that you thought you had. And then you got your $500 wig on, and you at the club and you cute. You a beautiful burden. A beautiful burden. That is good.
If you got all that on,
can you type that in there for me?
You got all that on, and you go home. And you go home to your mom's house, but you got a month's rent on. You got on a month. Your phone is a month's rent. You got a month's rent on, and you still go home. But that's not a good look, man.
Or maybe they can buy a lot of drinks during happy hour.
That's not a good.
You go out and he buying you drinks because between 7 and 9 he buying you some drinks.
Them little $3. Listen, I got $12 on you.
Come on, somebody.
That's 4 of them things. You feeling nice?
See, ladies, this is what I'm talking about. He is married. He's been married for a long time. His wife right there, Elisha Gilbert. She play no games. He handsome, man. Ain't him cute. He got his part. What's the name of that part? Andy somebody?
Look, got the little Anthony Davis going on. I'm out here.
Listen, long time. I'm telling you, he gonna tell you. Tell him again, Mike. What does being in their position look like? They can't be.
You can't be in position looking out of position. you are. It's like, okay, don't get me wrong. It's nothing going out mingling. That's cool, but priorities have to be straight.
Okay, Priorities. See, Mike be talking about everything. I told you we thinking like priorities. Your priorities. Let's tell you what your priorities. God, you, family, career. When it comes to money management priorities, tithes and offerings, give back, pay yourself, pay them bills, and then do something else, do whatever else. But don't.
My old pastor in Delaware said 10% we owe God, 10% we invest in ourselves.
Come on, Jesus.
And the rest we spend in Thanksgiving and praise.
Spend it where?
Thanksgiving and praise. That's what a 90 went.
You gotta put the bills in there.
10% you owe God. The same thing you give God, you give to yourself. The rest is your bills and everything. That's your spending. That's Thanksgiving.
No. So that was that's what they said then. But you gotta tell these because when back in their day, how old is your uncle?
That was my old pastor.
He how old?
How old is pastor? He a couple years older than me, probably 40 something now.
Okay, so he might have been raised by somebody older because the reason I say that is because you back in the day you probably could say that God 10%, give yourself 10%, and you do whatever else you're supposed to do, and they already mentally knew like I'm gonna take care of my bills and I'm gonna do this. So now in today's time, you can't just say that to our generation. You got to say you got to put it in perspective.
You got to give them
God, you, bills. Everything else, because they'll be like, "Oh, they said I paid God and paid something. I'm getting my hand," and then you cute in the dark house. So we gotta make it plain for the people. So your bills are important.
Your bills are definitely
being
important.
in position, you gotta be in position and not looking like you're out of position. You can't be at the club spending your bill money. That ain't cute.
Nope.
And we even talked about your stimulus check. Y'all gotta have opportunity to come up, and y'all still down. How you still down when you had the opportunity to come up?
Stack that bread.
See, that's a whole nother conversation.
My grandma told me if you can't buy it 3 times, you cannot
afford it. That's,
so everybody that's standing, if you stand in line for Jordans on next Saturday, if you can't buy 3 pair of them and be straight, you cannot afford it.
That's what them pocketbooks, that's what them Christian Louboutins, that's what all, I don't want no red bottoms. Just give me the black ones. Give me the black bottoms for $15, $20, $25, $30. I got plus size feet, so they're gonna be about $40. They put extra money on the plus size feet. But it ain't cute being a beautiful burden, and it ain't cute being in the dark. You cute in the dark. Ain't nothing cute about that. So make sure your priorities in order. And we were talking about being in position. Ladies, he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing, and attaineth favor. He's supposed to find you. You can't be out here looking for him and then you wonder why you keep getting the bad ones. You attract what you are. You chasing, he chasing. Y'all are running into each other by accident.
Yep.
Because both of y'all out of position.
Out of position. And when you out of position, you look like an out of position thing. And
you sound like it.
Nobody's about to think in position of you. I don't understand how you want to be out of position, living, and think somebody's going to see you and be like, that's wifey material. Never have I ever been to a club and was like, that's about to be somebody's wife.
Listen, y'all. So I was having a conversation with my kids. Was it with my kids? Yes, my kids and Jessica. And the song came on the radio, and it's called "Throw Babies," right?
I heard it.
Okay, so the song called "Throw." Now, me, I like the beat of songs, so I can dance to any beat. But I also had to learn that I gotta listen to the lyrics because people, guys, you in the club or you wherever you at, and you dancing to these songs because you like the beat. But the guys like the beat and they know the lyrics, and they assuming that you gonna be the throat baby thing or something like that. If you gonna be the throat baby because you dancing to the throat baby song. Now I can go to the place and I can listen to the song, but I ain't getting up dancing to it. I ain't dancing to WAP either unless I'm dancing with my husband. Like I ain't gonna be all in the middle of the dance floor. They talking about WAP, 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 all that, and I like the beat. But if you listen to the words, you can't dance to the words because the people be thinking this is what you're about. And you think they're going to make you your wife. You out of position, you look out of position, you're acting out of position, and you want to be somebody's wife. Not happening.
And the funny thing about that is that's something WAP come from a person who was in position to get what she got and made something for you to be out of position. So
the person that made WAP is in position.
Yeah.
And y'all dance to the song because you're looking out of position.
Looking out of position. Y'all gotta realize, bro, all that's a facade she puts on.
It's not
on
reality,
TV,
y'all.
she crazy. She's a concert length. She looks out of position. Lights go off in the stadium. She's back home with husband and baby.
Husband.
We gotta learn how to cut it off. Like it's cool to have fun.
We have fun, but there's a limit
to it.
You gotta have balance.
You gotta have boundaries.
Ooh. You gotta have balance in the boundaries. That's it. And we don't know that. We just think, oh, we having a good time. Y'all, it's deeper than you dancing. It's deeper than you being naked. It's deeper than that. Like, they watching. I know I can go to the club and I can be fully dressed. I look classy. I act classy. I enjoy music, and I think it's also a matter of the heart. Like when I dance, I'm thinking about myself because I'm super duper fly. I'm thinking about my husband. I ain't trying to dance with you. I ain't trying to be with you. So it's a matter of the heart as well. But ladies, don't. But I can go out and do what and I ain't buying no outfit. I'm going right to that closet. I'm gonna eat my food before I go because I ain't trying to buy no whole lot of food at your restaurant.
What?
And I'm coming before free. I'm coming before they charge me. They said come free before 10. That was before it was pre-COVID. But I'm trying to get in like, cause if I get in at 9, then I'm at home by 11:30 because I'm a little bit older. I'm sleep at 12. So I ain't out here messing with y'all in these streets.
No.
I like to have a good time though.
The streets for the young people, man.
Yeah, I like that. Come on, y'all. We gotta. And I'm talking to our generation. They think they can hang out with the kids. No, my daughter don't. Can I go out? You ain't going out with me. If you don't sit down somewhere, you ain't doing nothing with me. Get your own friends. I ain't looking for no new friends.
I went out with my dad one time, and I was awkward, bro. Like we on the same thing, and we having fun. I'm like, bro, but it's my dad. Like I'm grown.
I can't be.
But this my dad. I just can't really be me out here with my pops.
And see, when we at the house, they have a good time with us. But I'm not taking you nowhere with me, girl. Just sit down somewhere. You don't want to know how your mama really act. You don't want to see how we really dance.
But that create boundaries.
Stop trying to make your child your
friend. They're not your friend.
I ain't looking for no new friends. I don't care if the kids don't like me, they gonna respect me. I try to work at children's church, they won't let me. I try to work at the daycare, they won't. I said that these kids need a good principal. They need a good principal. I look at the kids. They say, oh, Miss Sharina don't love me. I love you with the love of Christ, but if you cry beside me one more time, I'm going to take you outside.
You're not that mean. My kids love you.
The kids love me because they like structure. See, they like structure. I used to think I wanted to be wild and crazy. I'm like, I want to stay with the family that's off the chain. Then you think about like, I like off the chain, but I like structure too. I like to eat at 7 o'clock. Why I got to wait till 10 o'clock to have chicken leg? Like, this is out of order.
Gotta have structure.
So we talked about you gotta have balance, women. You gotta have boundaries. Now we talking about you gotta have structure.
You gotta have structure.
Gotta be in order. So you talking about who gonna check me, boo? Baby girl. You gonna check yourself. Check yourself, boo. Check yourself, boo, and ask yourself why stuff ain't working out. What's wrong? Check yourself. We gotta evaluate our heart, renew our mind, and seek Him first, because He got all the answers. And we're not talking about, when we say Him, we're not talking about Tyrone. We're not talking about Joseph. We're not talking about none of them. We're talking about seek God first.
Seek first.
Everything else will be added unto you. I won't have it on earth. I don't want to wait till I get to heaven to get heaven. I won't have it on earth.
And he would have it that you have it here.
He told us we can have it here. I'm living my best life. Can't y'all say, somebody somewhere?
That's old school. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna have it here first.
I'm gonna have it here.
So when I get up there, I won't be shocked. I can go straight to worship.
And I already know what I had that experience of heaven.
Mansion's cool. Got it. Been had it. Let me go worship.
See what I'm saying? So ladies, gentlemen, if you have those unanswered questions from when you were an adolescent and you are still in search of those answers, God is the only answer.
The only one.
He's the only one that has the answer. So stop jumping from bed to bed, hotel to hotel, from man to man, woman to woman, whatever you do, looking for those answers. You're going to always walk around empty. You're going to walk around in doubt. You're going to walk around feeling abandoned and alone because you're looking for the answers from someone who does not have it.
They can't give them to you.
Also, as Mike was sharing, your strength comes from God, whether you're a man or a woman. Your strength does not come from another human being. And if they hold you down for a little while, you done took the strength that they did have. So they have nothing left for you. As a man or as a woman, you go into a relationship, you offer strength. You be strong. But you don't go looking to see what you can get because yours come from God.
Yep. That's it.
We talked about how make sure your priorities are in order. Your priorities are God, self. You gotta love you before you can love somebody else. God, self, family, career. In there nowhere did it says work overtime and neglect your family.
Nowhere.
In there nowhere does it say scroll Facebook 5 hours a day and don't feed them kids. In there nowhere does it say put that man first. God, yourself, family, career. And then we talk about career. There's a difference in a career and a job.
There's a difference.
That's a whole nother conversation. Go check out the podcast on YouTube. Your priorities when it comes to money management is God. Pay yourself, y'all. Pay yourself something. Pay yourself something before you pay Dominion and Cox and natural gas. Pay yourself. So God, I told people, if you don't have a covering or you're not a part of a ministry, give back. You have to do something. Give back. Bless a nonprofit that's out here doing something that you can't do alone. Help them do it.
Yeah.
But you have to give back. You have to pay yourself, pay them bills, and then do whatever else you need to do. But stop living paycheck to paycheck because your priorities out of order. Because penny pinching ain't pretty.
It's not pretty and it's not fun.
Yeah, what we talking about? Beautiful. Don't be a beautiful burden. Don't be so pretty on the outside, ugly on the inside. You out of position. Don't be a beautiful burden.
Don't be that. That is the worst.
And cute in the dark. You cute, but you in the dark. You cute, but you ain't got no food. You cute, but you ain't got no gas. But you cute. All you is cute.
All you is cute.
You can't offer nothing but cute.
And that fades.
And that's temporary.
That beauty fade, bro. Struggling with a beautiful person is still struggling.
Give me somebody that's not. Give me somebody that's not that's facially challenged, but they got it together.
Give me a.
I can work with a facially challenged.
Give me an average,
a beautiful,
average overachiever. I don't want
average overachiever.
I don't want no beautiful nothing.
No beautiful burden. That is good. I like that.
We out here cute struggling. I
like
don't want to do that.
So do y'all have any questions? If y'all got questions, please drop them in the box. I see y'all talking and responding. Hello, Karen, Aja, Vanette, Amber. Boundaries. Yes, you have to have boundaries. You have to have balance. Mike, what you want to? What else you want to share?
I want some questions from the audience. Let's get them.
We need y'all to ask some questions.
Give me some questions.
No new friends. No new friends.
Where you at,
now,
Amber?
To a certain extent, no new friends. You want to meet new networking partners, but no new friends. Like, you gotta keep your circle. If your circle too big, that's probably why you got a lot of problems.
You can't be the smartest person
Can
in
you
your
tell
circle.
cameraman? You can't be the. Tell him about that.
You cannot. Nipsey had a quote was if you're the smartest person in your circle, you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
If you're the smartest person in
your circle, you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
Explain.
Like, if you're the smartest person in your group, you don't have nobody that can empower you to get you to the next level. You're in a box. You're just in a box with a bunch of people. It's nobody above me to help me elevate. I'm not going nowhere. I'm locked in the cage. I'm just stay stagnant in this area. So if you're the smartest person in your group, you gotta get you a new group.
You should not be the smartest person in your circle.
Or
some people like doing that. They like being the smartest person in there because it makes them feel like I am in power or I am the best. Or
and that's the person that needs to be validated that wasn't validated. So that person is broken.
And looking for validation in the cage.
You're a super smart, broken person. If you gotta be the smartest person, and that's where I'm gonna stay just so I can feel like I'm the smartest person or feel like I'm in power,
no questions.
Then you're broken. You got more questions than answers.
You ain't get them answers. So when we talk about those questions, that could be in friendships, work relationships, situationships, not just man and woman relationship. No. It can be in any ship. So you're looking for validation and approval in these relationships.
Yep.
Come on, y'all. Somebody somewhere. Tell cameraman, can you scroll down? Scroll down for me. Scroll this. Go ahead, scroll. Hit the wave at the people. Hello, Alicia, Amber, LA. Hello, Tammy. If you have any questions, hello, Annette, Angela. If you have any questions, y'all, put your questions at the bottom. We want to answer y'all questions like what y'all think about being in these relationships or settling in these relationships because you just feel like, oh, I gotta have somebody. So you settle and you chasing and you looking crazy. If you're looking for validation, is that a sign that you're settling or forcing something? I feel like you're settling or you're looking for that. You're not going to be okay in any relationship if you feel like that person is not answering your questions that you had as an adolescent. So if you're looking for validation, is that a sign that you are settling or forcing something? What's your perspective?
I would say more forcing than settling. Like, you may not be settling. The person may be on your level. Y'all may be equally, or he may be a come up. He or she may be the come up. But if he's not validating you, then you're like, you're forced. Does he really want to be what you want him to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, it may not be meant to be a forever thing. It may be a temporary thing. It may be a season thing. Like, if he's not validating you, or she's not validating you the way you want to be or need to be, then why force that person? If that person wanted that, they would have no problem validating you.
The other thing is, in relationships, we think we can change people. Mm-hmm. So, if you're looking for validation, is that a sign that you're settling? Or if you're looking for validation, you are searching for answers. So, in each relationship that you get into, you're looking for this person to answer the question that did not get answered when you were an adolescent. Am I enough? So what happens is that person that you're in a relationship with, they may not know who they are. So now these affairs and the cheating and they do it because something took place when they were younger that has not been answered. So I won't say that you're settling or forcing it, but when we don't know, we don't know. Mm-hmm. So we're in these relationships and we get in and out of them not understanding why we're doing what we're doing, but you're looking for those answers. Mm-hmm. And if that person that you're with does not answer those questions, then it's like, I'm on to the next. And then for people who are married, like at that point, you're forcing it, you're in it, it's hard. You don't want to get out of it. And my answer always is, if you pray about it. If you're married or not married, pray about it. Because I don't want anybody to like leave a relationship. But I'm telling you, God has the answer. He's the only one with the answer. So pray about it, talk to Him, and get those questions answered. But we are here to tell you, you are good enough. You are enough. Everything that you need is already on the inside of you. Mm-hmm. You just have to know that, and you have to believe that. But the way that you do that is you read His Word and find out what He said about you. So when I found out that He said I am beautifully and wonderfully made, and that He loves me more than I love me, what the people said in high school, what the people said when I was growing up, doesn't even matter anymore. Like, I'm free from people because I know I looked in the mirror long enough to tell myself, you gotta open your mouth and say something. Stop telling yourself in your mind, I'm cute, I'm beautiful. Open your mouth, look in the mirror like I'm looking at you right now. Like, I know I'm beautiful. Like, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made because God said so. And He created me. I don't care what men think. Now, we have to do some stuff. He made us beautiful. But we can enhance that beauty. Mm-hmm. We can enhance it. You already beautiful. But you can't come outside looking crazy with a bonnet and pajamas and bedroom shoes and thinking somebody gonna be your husband. So again, we gotta have balance, boundaries. We gotta come on, y'all. The blind with the blind leading the blind. He running after the answers. She chasing behind him, trying to get her answers, and both of them out of place. So the man that's looking for her, trying to find her, he can't find her because she out of position.
Out of position.
And when we talked about true femininity, arouses true masculinity. Mm-hmm. The man can be the true masculinity, and he can be looking for his wife. And the wife that is supposed to be his is out of position because she don't know who she is. She's chasing behind somebody else that's out of position. So first of all, they stop looking for a man, stop searching for a man, because the word says, he that findeth, not she that go looking. Yep. Stay in position, focus, and watch He come find you. Let God prepare him for you. How do you know when you're settling? You just let everything go.
You know you're settling when you let stuff go that you have a problem with. Like, at this point, you're settling. If it's a problem enough to dwell on, if it's a problem that it gets you agitated, if it's a problem that gets you out of character, but you deal with it, then you're settling. Like, some things may be a issue to you, but it's not a deal breaker. Mm-hmm. If it's normally a deal breaker with somebody else, but this person does a few more things right than another person, so you just be like, well, he make more than that person, or he drives such and such better than that person, he looks a little better than that person, so I'll let this thing that would be a deal breaker with somebody who had a little less ride, then you're settling. If you wouldn't accept that from everyone, then you're settling.
That's good. So, and my husband told me a couple years ago, I think we was hanging out in Dover, Delaware, and we were just, we people watch. And he could tell me, like, this is how, as we listen to conversations. Mm-hmm. So a lot of men listen to what you're saying, but they also listen to what you're not saying. And when you go into something like, oh, I don't do this on the first night, or I don't, or you keep talking about what you don't do, that lets them know like, that's like a challenge for them. Like, yeah, okay, she don't do it. Watch this. I'm gonna be the one to change that. Or I'm gonna be stop talking about what you want and what you don't and what you would never do because you don't know. You don't know. Like you gotta have values and principles and things like that. And you know, like you said, sometimes we'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna let it ride and I'm gonna work. If he's a lot of stuff that me and my husband we made it through because my husband was willing to change. He was not perfect. He's still not perfect. But in those imperfect times or in those situations, he was like, this is what I'm willing to do, and this is what I'm willing to, you know, make happen. So this could be better, or this could work for us as a family, whatever the case may be. But is the man even willing, or what are you holding on to?
Yeah. You gotta figure out if he's willing.
And a man knows when you start getting weak and they can just do whatever. They know. That's like a bleeding woman. He smell it. He smell it.
Yeah, men know from gate. We on the first day, if you say, "Oh, I'm not doing," or "I won't do," or "I don't do," we can tell by conversation like she's done it before already, and it's a possibility. Like we know.
So ladies, just
you can be that outer can be tough, but we can see we can see through that. It's like sharks, man. Like blood in the water, we smell it.
I just said blood. They smell that blood. So, ladies, you have messing with Mike. He gave it to you. I shared with you as much as I could. If you want more information, please contact me. I'll be happy to come hang out with you. I'll be happy to talk to you. Whatever we need to do. But stop asking that question like, who gonna check me, boo? Ain't nobody gonna check you. We is in 2021. Ain't nobody gonna check you, boo. You know why? Because you gonna check yourself, boo.
Check
yourself, boo.
So you can get checked on.
Check
by a good
by
man.
somebody somewhere. So ladies, don't just settle. Don't just settle. We can do better. So we thank y'all for the questions. We want to say thank y'all for joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all for jumping on Saturday Night Dead. Again, Saturday Night Dead is for the young people. Saturday Night Dead is for the young people. When is the next live? We are here every Saturday. And I say between 7:30 p.m. and 8 for those people that like to be late. But usually we try to go live at 7:30. But if you want to see some of the old ones, they are really good. Go to my YouTube channel, Sharina Tidwell Watson. I really love what we do. I love what we do. We entertain the people. We educate the people. We empower the people. Not saying that we have it all together, but based on our experience and, you know, what we're doing and where we're going. When we get better and we help you get better, we impacting the masses together.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens
and you only get sharp through experience.
Listen.
We have some experience.
So thank y'all so much for joining us here on Saturday Night Live. We'll be right here next Saturday on Facebook Live at 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. But I say 7:30, between 7:30 p.m. and 8 for those people who will be late. Security, can you please grab those people? They are really loud in the background. That's our audience. They're excited about Saturday Night Dead. So they're making a lot of noise. Hello. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for coming out Saturday Night Dead. We want to give it up for our Visionary of Messin with Mike. Make sure you go to his Facebook page. Just messing with Mike. He like my brother, my homeboy. It's great. He funny too. But his is more like a lifestyle show. But we have a good time up there too. So thank you, Mike. We appreciate you for flying in to VA this evening and being on Saturday Night Dead. Say something to the people.
Thank you for inviting me out. Had a great time always with my sis. We bring it to you real. We bring it to you raw. We give you word, but we give you life experience. That's not in the Bible. That's just from experience. But we always have a good time. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the invite. Anytime, I'm always here. You already know. Love you to life, man.
We love you guys again. Thank you for jumping on Saturday Night Dead. Make sure you share this. Tell somebody somewhere. God bless y'all. Good night.
Peace.